Chamomile acts like a natural hydrocortisone. It instantly interrupts irritation. This deep blue oil is pure chamazoline. It switches off the red alert signal. Chamazoline instantly interrupts the body's histamine response. It acts like hydrocortisone, switching off that red alert signal so skin can start closing up. Bulgarian chamomile is like a fire extinguisher. It acts like a natural hydrocortisone, switching off the red alert signal. The skin can start closing up. Bulgarian chamomile is truly different from other varieties. Standard chamazoline levels sit low, around 2 to 5%. Bulgarian chamomile hits 12 to 18%. Bulgarian chamomile stands apart from the rest. Their farmers cultivate a specific chemotype. It prioritizes anti-inflammatory azulines. Bulgarian chamomile is truly unique. Farmers cultivate a specific plant subspecies. It prioritizes making anti-inflammatory azulene instead of milder oxide compounds. Bulgarian conditions completely redefine chamomile's chemistry. In science, this is terroir. Like what gives regions unique wine, geography turns up its compounds. The Bulgarian climate doesn't just affect the chamomile, it completely redefines its chemistry. This is called terroir, truly unique. This plant is identical to chamomile grown elsewhere, but Bulgaria's Rose Valley turns up its therapeutic compounds. A natural dial, indeed.
The Bulgarian climate and soil conditions don't just affect the chamomile, they completely redefine its chemistry. In agricultural science, this environmental impact is called terroir, the same concept that gives specific regions their unique wine, coffee, or fruits. While the plant is genetically identical to chamomile grown elsewhere, Bulgaria's geography acts like a natural dial that turns up the plant's therapeutic compounds. 1. The unique geography. The microclimate. Most of Bulgaria's high-quality aromatic plants are grown in and around the Rose Valley, a unique geographical trench nestled between two mountain ranges, the Balkan Mountains and the Sredna Gora chain. The shielding effect. These mountains form a physical barrier that blocks harsh, freezing northern winds in the spring, keeping the valley at a stable, gentle temperature. High humidity and morning dew. The valley experiences frequent morning mists and high air humidity during the late spring. Chamomile flowers hate intense, baking dry heat while they are blooming. The gentle, humid air keeps the flower petals soft and prevents the plant's delicate oils from evaporating into the air before harvest. 2. High sunshine hours plus cool nights. Chamomile needs light to synthesize its nutrients, and Bulgaria receives intense, high-quality sunlight during the growing season. However, the magic happens because the nights remain quite cool. This dramatic temperature drop between day and night causes the plant a very specific, mild amount of environmental stress. To protect itself from the cold nights, the chamomile plant actively pumps more protective nutrients, specifically matricin, the precursor to your ink blue chamazoline, and alpha, bisabolol, into the flower heads. 3. Alluvial, well-drained soil. Chamomile has a delicate root system that easily rots if the soil holds onto too much stagnant water. The Rose Valley is filled with alluvial soil, which is a light, sandy, porous soil formed by centuries of river deposits washing down from the mountains. This soil functions perfectly for the plant. It drains water away instantly, forcing the roots to grow deep and strong. It is naturally rich in specific trace minerals that the plant absorbs and uses as building blocks to construct its rich essential oils. The takeaway: if you take a seed from a premium Bulgarian chamomile plant and grow it in a heavy, clay-rich soil under a baking, dry climate somewhere else, the plant will grow, but its chemical profile will completely flatten out. Without Bulgaria's unique soil drainage, morning mists, and temperature shifts, the plant simply won't produce those massive, hyper-concentrated levels of skin fading and anti-inflammatory compounds. Bulgarian chamomile is not only found in Bulgaria. Biologically speaking, Bulgarian chamomile is the exact same plant species as German chamomile, Matricaria chamomilla. German chamomile is native to Eastern and Southern Europe and Western Asia, and it is widely cultivated across the globe in countries like Egypt, Germany, Hungary, and Argentina. So why the distinct name? It comes down to geography, quality, and industry prestige. The power of terroir. Just like champagne must come from France or bourbon from Kentucky, the name Bulgarian chamomile is used in the skincare and aromatherapy industries as a regional mark of premium quality. Bulgaria, particularly its famous Rose Valley region, possesses a unique combination of fertile soil, optimal rainfall, and climate conditions. When German chamomile is grown in this specific environment, the plant produces exceptionally high concentrations of therapeutic active compounds. The blue distinction. The most famous product of this harvest is Bulgarian chamomile essential oil, widely referred to in the industry as blue chamomile, the magic compound. The plant's raw flowers contain a colorless compound called matricin. The transformation. When Bulgarian producers use slow, low-pressure steam distillation to extract the oil, the heat transforms that matricin into a compound called chamazoline. The visual signal chamazoline is a deep, vivid indigo blue. The richer the crop's quality and the more precise the distillation, the deeper the blue color of the final oil. Because Bulgarian growers consistently yield some of the highest concentrations of chamazoline and skin-soothing alpha bisabolol in the world, suppliers label it specifically as Bulgarian chamomile to command a premium price over standard German chamomile. Bulgarian chamomile and German chamomile are the exact same plant, Matricaria chamomilla. They share the same genetic chemical blueprint. The International Organization for Standardization, ISO 19332, sets a broad standard for what all German chamomile oil should look like, but Bulgarian harvests consistently hit the absolute upper limits of that scale. Here is how the chemistry breaks down when you compare standard or lower-tier commercial German chamomile oil against premium Bulgarian distillations. The chemical breakdown. Key compound. Standard/general German chamomile. Premium Bulgarian chamomile. What it does for skin and body. Chamomile, 2% to 5%, low end of the scale. 12% to 18%, can spike up to 21%. Deep indigo pigment, highly potent anti-inflammatory that blocks heat and redness. Alpha-bisabolol, 5% to 15%, 20% to 40%, sometimes higher. Actively speeds up skin healing, fades hyperpigmentation and tames deep irritation. Beta-farnesene, 15% to 20%, 25% to 32%, a soothing sesquiterpene with natural antihistamine and calmative properties. Bisabolol oxides, A and B, variable, often dominant, lower/balanced, 5% to 12%. Precursors to bisabolol, less potently anti-inflammatory than pure alpha bisabolol. Why the gap is so wide? If you look at standard chamomile oil produced in massive industrial quantities elsewhere in the world, the chamomile levels sit comfortably low, around 2% to 5%. It will still look slightly blue or greenish blue, but it lacks therapeutic punch. Bulgarian distillers hit that 12% to 18% chamomile range, essentially 3 to 5 times more than standard crops due to 2 strict practices. 1. The bisabolol chamomile chemotype. Bulgarian farmers deliberately cultivate a specific chemotype, a plant subspecies that looks identical but has a different chemical cocktail inside, that naturally prioritizes making anti-inflammatory agilenes rather than milder oxide compounds. 2. Aggressively slow distillation. Chamomile doesn't actually exist inside the flower while it's growing. It is created during steam distillation. Bulgarian distillers use highly precise, slow, low-pressure steam runs lasting up to 8 hours. This prolonged, gentle heat maximizes the chemical transformation of the raw plant material into that precious ink blue compound.